Hi everyone, my name is Ali Yousefi. I'm a solution engineer with Microsoft, and today I'm excited to show you how Microsoft Copilot Studio can transform the way you work. Whether that's accelerating decision making, simplifying complex processes, or unlocking value across your existing tools and data. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to demonstrate how Copilot Studio can adapt to your business needs, automate the repetitive, and empower your teams to focus on the work that truly matters. Copilot Studio brings all your business together, no matter where it lives, if it's Salesforce, ServiceNow, SAP, Dataverse, or even internal databases. Using connectors and tools, Copilot Studio can pull in real-time information, reason over it with AI, and turn raw data into clear insights and actionable steps. Steps like creating tasks, updating records, or triggering workflows. The best part? You don't have to write a single line of code. Copilot Studio handles the orchestration, the slot filling, and field mapping automatically, so teams can reshape the way they work while IT stays in control. This is AI that unifies your data and moves your business forward without custom engineering. Today I'll show how we can surface Salesforce knowledge directly inside Copilot Studio without custom plumbing by using the platform's enterprise data connectors. With this approach, the agent will answer with grounded, security-trimmed results from our indexed Salesforce content alongside other connectors such as SharePoint, Dataverse, and Documents, all orchestrated by generative answers. Let's take a look at our sales RFP agent. So you can see here we start with a name, icon, and description. It's going to be important for our organization to understand how this agent's going to work. So we have that highlighted. We're going to scroll down to knowledge. This is where you can add in your Salesforce connector as well as other data that we have. So this is where we can have these enterprise connectors for our grounded security trimmed data with no custom code required. So I can add in grounded knowledge similar to M365, so that's your OneDrive, your SharePoint, that kind of thing. I can also add in with Power Platform connectors real-time data. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Salesforce here, and you'll see I get some suggested tables including account, lead, and opportunity, but I can also search for system and custom tables. So when I click through here, you can see it'll be added. I can add a name and description, as well as mark it as an official source so that I'll get citations with my Copilot Studio. So we're going to mark this as business data as official source. You'll see a pop-up will come up here. We'll say, yep, got it. And from there, I can preview my account and opportunity information. And then from there, I hit save, and now I have it available to me. So we can add Salesforce data, but also unify all the other data sources we have within our business. So it's a really powerful feature that can take simply a few clicks to get started. Now I'm going to show you how we can use tools and MCP servers to bring live Salesforce context into Copilot Studio. There's no custom code. You simply configure tools, secure your authentication, and let the LLM do the heavy lifting. Okay, in this case, we're going to show the Salesforce connector here. We're going to get opportunity records from Salesforce. We're going to also tell it how to respond with generative AI, giving it descriptions that can allow it to understand how we want it to respond to the user. So I'm saving this here. We're going to go look at another tool, the MCP server from Salesforce. You can see there's many MCP servers available to us here. I'll click on Salesforce, and you'll see there's different tools available in the MCP server. And again, we can use this to help our agent. I'm going to go to Overview. Actually, I'm going to edit the instructions, telling the agent to now use the MCP server when asked for opportunities, as you can see here. So I'm going to go ahead and type out what I want it to do to make sure it's going to look for records related to the user using the current user's email address, as you can see highlighted here. Now we're going to hit save, and now I'm going to interact with the agent just to see how it works, telling it about my opportunities. I'm going to create the connection, and you can see the MCP server knows to use the get opportunities call, and it's going to actually find opportunities here that we have within Salesforce. Let's go update a Salesforce record and see how this can work. So here's some opportunities. I'm going to open up an opportunity here and show you exactly here. So we're going to look at this Grand Hotels guest portable generators record. So let me go ahead and open that one up. So I'm going to navigate to the portable generators, click on it, and I'm going to update the amount to 500,000. I'm going to update the opportunity name to have an update on it, and then save the opportunity. So this is going to show us how in real time we can see updates to the record. So interacting with the agent once more, and again, tell it about the opportunities. It's going to list my opportunities, and wow, look at this. It's going through the MCP server, it's getting the opportunities, and look at this. It has now gotten the Grand Hotels guest portable generators updated with the 500,000 amount. So in real time, I'm able to get this data. No more indexing, no more waiting 15 minutes, 24 hours for any of this. It's here immediately using Copilot Studio. So I'm going to ask it, give me some more details about this opportunity. And again, the MCP server can say, here's the close date, account ID, descriptions, and so on. And you can fine tune this to what you want it to show using the instructions to the agent. So, and it also gives you some follow-up questions if you'd like to ask it. So, hey, display any open items and who owns this opportunity, and it's going to provide a little bit more information here. And it's going to say, hey, do you want to find a related task or anything like that? So, hey, related task and activities. Fortunately, this record didn't have any related tasks, but we can look for other opportunities that may actually have that. So let's go ahead and look at our tool. We're actually going to add a tool that we can use to show how we can get associated records. So in our case, we're going to get records, and we're going to rename it so that the agent knows how to use this tool. We're going to say get related records. We're going to say, hey, we want to use custom table here, which in our case is going to be task. So I'm forcing it to say use task, but here's the power of using LLMs is that I can use this thing called slot filling. Slot filling allows me to go ahead and inject into filters and queries so that the LLM can be smart enough to go ahead and fill that for me based on how I'm interacting with the agent. So let's see this. The open opportunities are now being invoked here. Again, the MCP server as we saw before. We've seen this one, but let's see what happens when we start asking about additional information, specifically about this opportunity we worked. So now I'm going to ask it about task. As you can see, now it's using my new connector, get related records. So this is a new tool that's very specific versus the MCP server that's more general and tries to work through the sort of MCP client server capabilities. So we can see it's processing here. It's going to say, hey, there's no task. Let's go update it or create a task. We're going to say qualify needs of our generator. We're going to add a date, and we're going to set the status to be in progress. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. I'm just going to copy what I did before, put it in. And at this time, it already found it. I didn't have to like restart a new session with this agent. It went ahead and found the new task. Pretty amazing stuff. So with a quick plug and play, I was able to not only work with an MCP server in Salesforce to get opportunities, I was able to get related records to that opportunity, harnessing the power of the LLM. In this case, I'm using an OpenAI one. I think it's 5.2 in this one, but we also have Anthropic and the other models that can be used to help sort of fine tune this. Now I'm going to show you how we can use tools and MCP servers to bring live Salesforce context into Copilot Studio. There's no custom code. You simply configure tools, secure your authentication, and let the LLM do the heavy lifting. So autonomous agents. So when it comes to AI, we see organizations all over the map. Some are already playing in the deep end, building the next generation of super smart agents that practically run the show on their own. While others are still sort of getting agents up to speed, pulling in knowledge, maybe connecting some automations as we've shown, and helping users get done faster. It's totally fine where you're at. Everyone's on their own journey as we go through how we work with AI and Copilot Studio and so on. Now, just a heads up, these labels you see like autonomous or task-based, they're not official technical terms stamped out by some council for AI. They're just helpful ways used to describe what your agent's currently capable of. Think of it like the personality spectrum of your agent, some bones under the hood, but what it does, it depends on how you build it and ultimately how you train it. So what are autonomous agents really? At their core, they're like your smartest, most proactive team member, minus the coffee edition. These agents don't sit around waiting for instructions. They pick up on signals across your business and start taking action automatically. They're independent. They work quietly in the background, getting things done while you focus on higher priorities. And they're adaptive too, meaning the same input doesn't always get the same cookie cutter output. They can lift and shift and change, all based on what context you provided them. The big takeaway from this, autonomous agents can make a real impact. They help you streamline operations, respond faster, and free up your people from repetitive tasks so they can focus on more strategic stuff. It's not just automation, it's smarter, more dynamic automation that moves the needle. Of course, even the smartest agents aren't worth much if they're sitting siloed. The real magic happens when they're connected to your business data. That's why Copilot Studio comes with over 1,500 data connectors that allow you to tap directly into your systems that run your business. If they're CRMs, ERPs, HRs, or any other type system, even spreadsheets that have sprawled across your organization, ones you've sworn you've cleaned up someday, we've got you covered. If you've already been working with Power Platform, even better, you can reuse those existing connections in your agents. No need to reinvent the wheel, just plug, play, and let the agent do its thing. In this final demo, I'm going to show you how autonomous agents can help us create an RFP for vendors based on triggers from Salesforce into our RFP agent. So I'm going to start by adding a trigger. As you can see here, I can hit the Add Trigger button. That'll open us up to all the Power Platform connectors that we've seen in the past, including the Salesforce connectors we've worked with before. So we're going to go with, when a record is created, we're going to trigger off an opportunity and see what we can do to notify our seller that a new opportunity has been created in the system, as they typically will work not in Salesforce, but maybe work in Outlook, work in Teams, things like that. So I'm going to add in some content about, hey, get information from the opportunity and provide it with clear bullet points so that I understand more about what I need to do with the opportunity. So you can see here I'm going to create another trigger for autonomous agents for when an opportunity is going to be closed as one. So we want to be able to trigger off an RFP when an opportunity is closed as one for our vendors. So I'm going to go ahead and again choose an opportunity. And you can add in filters here. In this case, you can add a filter for closed as one. But I'm going to tell the agent to say create an RFP proposal with request for preferred vendors to submit bids for the project. This will instruct the agent to work with the AI and LLM to understand how to create a RFP. So here is the trigger that we have. We are going to send a prompt to the RFP agent, and then we're going to send an email here for RFP. So this is when the opportunity is closed as one. And what's neat is that you can pick from many, many agents. So I can send a request based on this Salesforce opportunity closed as one to different agents, research agents, compete agents, whatever it would be. In our case, we want to go back to the RFP agent because it's going to understand what we need to do to create the RFP proposal. So I'm going to add in some content to say, hey, build out this RFP for me, create a milestone for the deal team, etc., if it's based on a certain one. So now we have, when the opportunity is created, we're going to connect to an adaptive card within Teams. So I'm going to actually present a notification in Teams when an opportunity is created to my seller. So now I'm in Salesforce, I'm creating an opportunity. I'm going to have it tied to an account, I'm going to put in an amount, a close date, whatever required fields I have within Salesforce. So the opportunity is getting created, and then I'm going to save this opportunity, and we should be able to get notified by our autonomous agent working within Teams and Outlook. And the the apps that we normally use day to day, not within Salesforce. So let's take a look here. So we're going to look and see that this one's been triggered when an opportunity's been created. Let's open up Teams. We can see Teams has a chat here. I can click on the chat. I can see a workflow, and there you go. There's our new opportunities been created, including the 1,000 generators needed for PwC. I can take that information and actually connect back into Sales RFP agent here on the left and ask it for more information about it. So I'm going to say, tell me about this particular opportunity, maybe some information about who the seller is, anything like that. So as you can see, we can now not only autonomously get notified, but then work back with the RFP agent without having to go into Salesforce or anything. So now I'm going to take this opportunity, close it as one, and show how the autonomous agent again can take an opportunity and look at how to create an RFP. So I'm going to take the triggered, this one got triggered here, so I'm going to show you how it sent an email to me, and now it's opened up an RFP, and look at that. It's created everything I need, and I can work even with copilots within Outlook if needed here, but you can see it's created all the steps I need to create an RFP, and it's delivered that email directly to me, the seller of this opportunity, once it's been closed as one. So a really quick way of showing how, without writing any code, I was able to use connectors in Power Platform, including Outlook, Teams, and Salesforce, to add an autonomous piece. So now I am simply letting the agent work for me, build out an RFP proposal for me, which I can then work with my vendors and choose how I want to go forward with this opportunity. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this demonstration of how Microsoft Copilot Studio can help empower your users, help reshape your business processes, and bring forward all the data silos and different areas we've worked with in the past, and add in a frontier and agentic phase to what we're doing. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.